Welcome to another episode of Independence Update, where we highlight yesterday and tomorrow today. I'm your host, Kevin Neal Smith. Let's dive in. On Tuesday, August 22nd, the Township Board of Trustees held a regular meeting. They began the meeting with a public hearing on the Sashabaw Corridor Improvement Authority. The public hearing was to extend the township's ability to collect a portion of taxes for the final phase of improvement for Sashabaw Road between Flemings Lake Road and Clarkston Road. They postponed the budget meeting until September 5th. In regular business, the board approved the second reading of an amendment for offenses against persons stalking and harassment ordinance. The board also appointed a person to the Senior Advisory Committee. The next Township Board of Trustees meeting will be on September 5th at 6 p.m. On September 6th, the Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a regular meeting at Township Hall at 7 p.m. On September 14th, the Township Planning Commission will hold a meeting at 6:30 p.m. Remember, tapings of government meetings can be found on Channel 20 or at independencetelevision.com. This past Friday, the Clarkston Wolves had their first football game of the season and defeated the Lapeer Lightning Squad 42-7. The game was played at the Big House in Ann Arbor, where the Michigan Wolverines play, and we'll have a video about that experience in our next episode of Indy Update. Speaking of football, on September 8th, Clarkston High School will host its Game for a Cure football game. The event will help raise money for families affected by cancer. We hope to see you there, and I recently sat down with Carrie from McLaren and two student athletes to discuss the event. We would like to share that with you now. So today I am joined with Carrie from McLaren, Jake from Clarkston High, and Antoine from Bloomfield High. We're going to be discussing the McLaren Football for a Cure game. So Carrie, tell me a little bit about your position at McLaren.
Well, I've been at McLaren Clarkston since we opened in 2009. I managed some specialty clinics, but also the McLaren Breast Center, and then I work closely with the Karmanos Cancer Institute, which is also located on our campus.
The Breast Center, is that like specifically for breast cancer, or?
So the Breast Center, what we do is we screen the patients there and do diagnostic workup, biopsies and procedures, and diagnose them. If they have cancer, they'll be diagnosed there, and then we work closely. We actually have a breast health nurse navigator that works closely with the cancer program as well and gets the patient navigated over for treatment.
Okay, cool. And what is something that's really rewarding about your job?
Well, making a difference with the patients, obviously, and helping them, guiding them through, and just being a resource. And then also working with the community and being involved with events such as Football for a Cure. It's extremely rewarding to be able to give back to the patients. Awesome.
So you mentioned Football for a Cure. What is that event all about? How is that put together, and what's it for? Who does it benefit?
Well, we're really excited this year. Years past, we've been doing Football for a Cure for 8+ years, and years past it's been an inter-squad game where the Clarkston High School football team has split the team, half the team in pink, half in blue, and the proceeds benefit our patients in the local community with non-medical expenses. This year we're excited. We're partnering with Bloomfield High School. It's just exciting. It's a regular season game, September 8th at 7 o'clock. This year it's at Clarkston High School. And again, the proceeds from the game will benefit local patients. We have Karmanos Cancer Institute programs in both the Bloomfield and Clarkston communities, so the proceeds that we raise from the game will benefit patients locally. When patients are diagnosed, and they often see a reduction or loss of income, so helping with the non-medical expenses, the groceries, mortgage bills, electricity bills, those are very burdensome on patients. So if we can help out and ease their plate at all, that's what we want to do.
That's awesome. That's a big deal to be able to have in a regular season game this year, right?
Yes, we're all very excited.
So that's the new bar, right? So you're going to hopefully do that every year?
That's right. Next year we hope to take it to Bloomfield.
Awesome, awesome. So I think if you hang out long enough on this earth, we're all affected by cancer at some point, right? I even lost a family member last October to lung and kidney cancer, and we've all lost somebody. So, like, who do you guys play for? How about you, Jake, first?
I'm planning to play for my mother this year in the Game for a Cure. My mom was diagnosed with cancer just this past February, so it's really close to my heart that I get to play for someone as close as my mother.
Yeah, that's awesome. She must be excited to see you out there
Yeah,
this
she's
this
excited.
year.
She's going to be up in the stands rooting for me.
That's awesome. What position do you play?
I'm running back, and I just got moved to D lineman,
Okay, cool.
so I'm pretty excited.
Awesome. What about you, Antoine? Who do you play for?
I'm going to be playing for my dad. He just recently got diagnosed with a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in like the lungs, and I'm going to be playing. I'm going to hope he's going to be in the crowd cheering me on, and at the D lineman also.
D lineman, huh? You gonna get after that ball, get some sacks and such?
Yeah.
Get a sack for your dad? That's great. So in the past, so you've never done the Game for a Cure, correct? Because it just came to Bloomfield. In the past, you did it intramurally, or is that the right word?
Yes, inter-squad, intramural.
Inter-squad,
Yeah.
so scrimmage and stuff. Do you anticipate, your preparation for the week of September 8th? Is that what you said it was?
Yes,
September 8th. Do you expect your preparation to be different? Is there going to be like a different energy? What are you kind of thinking?
I think it's definitely going to be different this year just because of like the competition level rather than like it just being like your own team as like kind of just getting better, like more of like a practice. This year it's going to be counting towards like a real win, like a tally mark on the chalkboard, but I'm really excited, and I think the energy will actually be amped up a lot, like because it's just pretty special being able to play for people within your community, and like it's not like I'm just playing for my mother, like I'm playing for multiple guys on my team's parents and
Antoine's
loved ones
dad.
that Antoine's dad, exactly.
Exactly.
People who've been affected by cancer, like I'm gonna play for them, not just my mother.
Awesome. And how about you? How do you think it's going to affect your preparation? I think you're going to be amped.
Yeah, I think like you said, it's going to be a bigger energy level. There's going to be, because there's so much, it's not just like a normal football game. You're playing for more, it's more than football at this point, because you're playing for so many people who's affected by the same thing. So it's like a bigger connection between the two teams, communities, all coming together to play one big game for a cure.
That's awesome. Well, I wish you both the best luck. Who's going to win?
Bloomfield.
Hey, every year it's the same.
Everybody's a winner,
Clarkston Day.
right?
Everybody's a winner.
Both of our communities are winners.
Yep.
true.
That's true. That's a really good point. Again, wish you guys the best. Stay safe during the game. Is there any way that people can still volunteer their time or donate?
Sure. The plate orders have all been turned out, and the deadline has already passed for that. So we're getting the jerseys printed as we speak. But they still can volunteer if they're interested in volunteering. They can call the Karmanos Cancer Institute in Clarkston at 248-922-6000. Ask for Deanna Hart. And certainly donations are still welcome as well via the McLaren Oakland Foundation. They can take donations.
And will there be an opportunity at the game to
Absolutely.
get shirts or?
Yes, we'll be
anything like that?
selling shirts still at the game, and donations will be accepted at the game as well.
Awesome. Well, is there anything, this goes out to all three of you, is there anything that I haven't asked that you'd like to talk about, any anecdote about past games or this game, or any kind of extra information from anybody?
I would just like to take this time to thank both the teams, both communities, Karmanos, McLaren. We're very excited to be engaged in this game this year, and we're looking forward to it. We appreciate all the efforts you guys have put into it, as well as the parents, and just the community has really wrapped their arms around this. So we're very blessed to, like I said, we have programs in both communities, Bloomfield and Clarkston. So it really is helping all of our patients locally. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Awesome. And yeah, again, stay safe, thanks. And thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, thank you very much for having
I
us.
wish you guys the best of luck. Reach across there. Thank you. And we'll send it back to Kevin in the studio. Thanks, Kevin. The Game for a Cure is a fantastic event, and we hope you come out to support your community. As always, if you're looking for more events happening around town, make sure you check out www.clarkstoncalendar.org. DTE Music Theater will be holding concerts on Friday, September 1st, Sunday, September 3rd, Saturday, September 23rd, and they will hold their last concert of the year on Thursday, September 28th. Make sure you plan your commute accordingly. As always, if you miss any of our programming or you want to rewatch anything, you can check us out on YouTube, and you can follow us on Facebook under Independence Television to stay up to date with all the things we have happening. Here at ITV, we are always looking for new show producers, so if you have a show idea or an event you would like us to cover, please email us at update@independencetelevision.com or call us at 248-623-3661. Thanks for watching. Have a fun and safe Labor Day weekend, and we will see you next time.